Hello! We are back with another video, and it's a new season, folks.
You saw our big prediction preseason video, and we're back for week 1.
I predicted the Bengals, and you predicted
The Pats.
Jets.
The Pats over the Lions in Super Bowl, whatever it is. 50-something? 58?
Yeah.
Huh.
So first, let's get started.
Thursday night game, we predicted on paper.
No, we didn't.
We predicted on paper.
This
Benny
is easy.
picked
This
the
is easy.
Chiefs. I picked the Lions. So guess who's 1-0, folks? Guess who's 0-1, folks?
Thanks for pointing that out.
Point it out anytime.
Alright.
We didn't get the score right, but I got the victory. He got the L. All right, so Sunday, 1 p.m. Here we go. We're going to start off with a doozy.
Oof,
The
this
Panthers
one.
at the Falcons.
I did not think about
And
this
I
one.
mean, I don't mean, I'm being facetious when I say
Okay.
doozy.
This is a good one. Both teams.
I don't think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a bleh one.
Both teams I could see winning. They have two promising offenses. This could be an offensive explosion. Panthers, Falcons. Panthers are going to suck. I think the Falcons could do good this year. However, I could see the Panthers coming on top here. And I think I don't think Witter's the guy. I think you're going to see here. And the Panthers have gotten a lot better in the offseason.
You know?
Like, their quarterback, I don't know about, but they got Hurts, they got Sanders, they got a bunch of good players, and I could see them coming up, trying to do it here, and I think I'm still going Falcons, though. I'm going them 19-17.
This is my least favorite game of the week. I'm going to just make a trendy pick and go with the Falcons because I get a lot of hype. I don't think it's going to be a very good game. I'm going to go Falcons 13, Panthers 7.
And
Alright.
next up, we
Texans
got
at the Ravens.
Both teams are amazing in this game. I'm very excited, and I think the Texans blow out the Ravens.
Yeah. Okay, so Benny picks
No,
Texans
no.
52-0.
No, I did not say that. I think the Ravens win 34. I'll give the Texans 13.
Yeah, I think it's all Ravens
But
all
I think
day.
the Texans do good, and I think it's like a 13-10 lead by the Texans at half, and then the Ravens just dominate in the second
I'm
half.
excited to see this new Ravens team. Lamar finally has some great people to throw to, including Odell Beckham Jr.
Sure.
Mark Andrews is back. I mean, come on. This is an exciting team. And hopefully, and he's a very popular pick for MVP this year.
Mark Andrews.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, I'm going to go Ravens 31, Texans 13. All right. Bengals, Browns. That's a legendary matchup. They're going to Cleveland. Joe Burrow, I believe, is slated to play.
Yeah.
The Browns are finally going to have Deshaun Watson. I mean, I know they had him at the end of last season, but, you know, clean slate for them. Full season with Deshaun. Are they going to do it? Not during week 1. I like the Bengals here big time, although I do think it's going to be a ground and pound game. I'm going to go Bengals 17, Browns 6.
Alright, well, if you take a look at the last few years of week 1, at least last year, I think 2 years ago as well, Bengals lost. And also, they have not beaten the Browns in the Burrow era, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they did once. However,
All right.
Burrow is injured. However, cannot go against the Bengals here. I think this is going to be an ugly, low-scoring game. But I can't go against the Bengals. It's going to be 12-10 Bengals.
Jags visiting the Colts. The Jonathan Taylor-less Colts. Anthony Richardson is the new exciting quarterback in Indy. And he's got a home game to start his career. But unfortunately, he has to face the Jags and Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence has Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Now, to be his number 1, he may supplant Christian Kirk. We don't know. It seems like that's what it's going to be. Calvin Ridley is a very talented receiver who was on a year suspension, I believe, for gambling. Is that
Yep.
right? And the Colts are not even going to have a chance against the Jags. The Jags are an up-and-coming great team. Not even up-and-coming. They've already proven themselves. I'm saying Jags 31, Colts 14.
Alright, so I think this is going to be a surprisingly good game this week. And I think the Colts compete. I think they're going to make it exciting, but I think the Jags will hold on and they're going to win it 28 Jaguars, 21 Colts.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers without TB12
Yeah.
are going to be visiting the Minnesota Vikings.
I think the Vikings aren't going to do as good this year. However, I still think they win.
They still have
I
Kirk Cousins.
still
They
think
still have JJ.
I think the Bucks are going to put up a lot of points because it's the Vikings. They
Possibly.
do have
Baker Mayfield? Maybe.
They do have that Dolphins guy. Oh, Flores. Yeah.
Oh, the Pats guy. And
So you
Dolphins
gotta
guy.
keep that
and Steelers guy.
factor. So
Oh. Is he their defensive coordinator?
yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
So maybe they won't. The Vikings will do better. So I still have the Bucks scoring a bunch, but I think maybe Vikings 28 to the Buccaneers 24.
I like that. Vikings at home are not going to lose, especially not to the Bucks team led by Baker Mayfield. Chris Godwin looking good. Mike Evans not happy that he's not getting an extension, wants to be traded, but he's still Mike Evans. The Vikings, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, no Dalvin Cook, but now they got Alexander Madison, who should step right into that role just perfectly. I see the Vikings at home dominating the Bucks, but I do see the Bucks competing, just not quite enough to win. I'm gonna go Vikings 31, Bucks 23.
Alright, so
All
next up we got the Titans and Carr and the Saints. Who do you say here?
The Saints at home are surprisingly, now they have Derek Carr,
Yeah.
who I think he's a pretty damn good quarterback. And the Titans have DeAndre Hopkins now, which is exciting. Maybe they make up for A.J. Brown, but he's older, so it remains to be seen how he'll do in that offense. I bet on him in fantasy, so I'm hoping he does well. But the Saints have Olave, and they got Thomas back and healthy, and they don't have Kamara until week 4. I think it's going to be a toughie. And I'm going to go with Titans. Pounding this one out on the ground. 17-14 over New Orleans at home.
Alright, I think this is going to be a good game, and I think it goes into OT. Both teams
prediction.
look good. However,
First OT prediction
think-
of the year.
I think it comes down to coaching of what team wins, whoever's the better coach, and outsmarts the other one.
You're going to go
I-
Vrabel then, right? No?
Yeah. So I think the Titans are going to pull it off. As much as I want to pick the Saints, I'm going to go Titans 22-16 in overtime.
All right.
And I think that's going to be a good game.
Here's a pleasure. The 49ers are going to be playing at 1 o'clock this week. That doesn't happen too often. They're going to be visiting the Steelers of Pittsburgh.
Upset alert.
Upset alert.
I think
like
the
it.
Niners could make it far. I think they make the Super Bowl this year. However, I've said this before. I do not have them winning this game. I think the Steelers pull off the W here. I'm going to say Steelers 27 to the Niners 22.
Not me. I'm going 49ers. And this is the first game besides the Thursday night game that we're disagreeing on this week. 49ers are too good. They got Christian McCaffrey, and then after that they're stacked.
I know, but Purdy is
Purdy's
gonna be
Mr.
ready week
Irrelevant, but
one?
he doesn't need to be Tom Brady.
He's-
Purdy just needs to do his
He's
job.
still a little bit injured.
Is he
gonna
though?
be ready? He's
And
gonna
who's their backup? Darnold?
Darnold.
Sam Darnold, Benny's ex-favorite.
X.
Anyways, I'm going to go 49ers here. I do think the Steelers will compete, but I'm going to go 49ers 27, Steelers 21. The Cardinals, who are slated to be the worst team in the NFL this season, are taking on the Washington Football Club, now known as the Washington Commanders, in the capital of the United States.
Which is rumored to be renamed the Wolves.
Now Eric Bieniemy is heading up the offense there. Made a lateral move. All right, I like the Commanders here in a commanding victory, as Commanders usually do. I don't see the Cardinals doing much, but I am heavily invested in James Conner, so I do hope that he shows up a little bit. I'm going to go Cardinals 13, Commanders 24.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take the Commanders as well, and I'm going to say I think this is surprisingly a close game. And I think the Commanders, do they pull it off? Yes. But I think Commanders 20-14.
And now here we go into the 4 o'clock games. First one is a very legendary matchup. The Green Bay Packers are going to Chicago to take on the Bears. The Bears are a very up-and-coming team. The Packers are a question mark because obviously they lost Rodgers. Now they have Jordan Love. Will Jordan Love be able to spread the love throughout Green Bay and bring them back to glory? Remains to be seen.
Both of these teams, even I think going into week 1, they both have quarterbacks that need to prove themselves. One hasn't started, one has, but probably similar experience because Love's been around longer.
I think Justin Fields proved himself pretty well last year.
Yeah, but the Bears are not as good as
But
the
they have better
Packers.
receivers now.
But they have Justin Fields.
Who's a great runner.
And the Packers have a much better defense. So I think these are even teams, and that's why I got this game going into overtime.
Ooh, another overtime prediction.
And I think this one is going to come down to defenses. But I think it's the Bears' defense that shows up in overtime. And I think they score as time expires in overtime to prevent a tie, 24-21 Bears.
I too like the
OT.
Bears in this one. I'm on the Justin Fields bandwagon.
Better not be
I
25.
think he's good. I think the Bears are going to squeak out a victory, not in overtime, but they're going to squeak it out 25-22.
You heard that, didn't you?
Raiders taking on the Broncos, led by Sean Payton now in Denver.
Ugly game.
Ugly game. It could be.
I think this game
Josh McDaniels
disappoints.
is not a good head coach.
Ugly defensive game, 13-6 Broncos.
I like the Broncos here too.
In.
I'm with you. In OT as well.
No, okay, that's not
I like the
possible.
Broncos
That's
here,
4.
14-7.
14-7. And next we got potentially our game of the week.
I went up to you again.
I did not notice.
It could be a game of the week. Tua
Herbert
taking on Herbert in
and
LA. Dolphins, Chargers.
this is a tough one. It could go either way. Both these teams want to get a good start to the season, and I think this one team has more hype. I think for this year, and with the rest of the division looking they're going to do better. I think the Dolphins come in. I think the Dolphins will be the better team in this one, and I think they're going to take the win. Chargers known for early season struggles, so I am getting off track. But Dolphins, I think, are going to take the win. It's going to be a high-scoring game, 35-31. Dolphins.
I like Herbert. Remains to be seen. There's a lot of rumors going around that Eckler's not going to have the same role he did. He's not going to catch as many passes. They still have obviously Austin Eckler. They still have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. The Dolphins are a very up-and-coming team. They have Tyreek Hill, who's ridiculous. His talent level is off the charts. Tua, assuming he stays healthy, should be fantastic. I think the Dolphins, if they traded for Jonathan Taylor, would be one of the best. But they still don't have much going on in their running game. They have like 18,000 running backs, and nobody knows who it's going to be. I'm going to go Chargers at home here. It's going to help separate us a little bit. In Herbert, I believe the Dolphins could very well win this game, but I'm going to go Chargers at home. 35
That's a win for me.
to the Dolphins, 27. Game of the week.
I don't know.
The defending National Football Conference championship team, the Philadelphia Eagles, are going to take on
Defending Super Bowl losers.
the New England Patriots.
Yep. Taking on our.
A rematch of that
And-
awesome Super Bowl from a few years back when the Pats lost and Tom Brady still threw for 500 yards.
You know what? I see an upset here, and I think the Patriots are gonna put this game into OT. And
It's going to be Tom Brady night, isn't it? Isn't this the Tom Brady night game?
yeah, they're gonna win
Tom Brady, they're going to win it for TV.
Brady in overtime.
Oh, I love it.
I think the Pats win in overtime at game of the week,
Good for you.
33-27.
So the Pats, I love the Pats. Obviously, they're my favorite team. I'm from Boston. The Eagles are a dominant freaking team. They're amazing. The Pats have a great defense, but the Eagles are very dynamic on offense, so they should still be able to produce. The Pats defense is wonderful, but the Pats offense is still questionable.
Yep.
But I think that with Bill O'Brien calling the shots, Mac Jones should turn back to his old self, how he looked in his rookie year. I think he'll be much better. I like Juju. My sneaker pick for best receiver on the Pats this year is going to be Kendrick Bourne. I think he is the man. I think he had a bad season last year and a bad offense.
How do you
but
think
this year,
Juju does?
he turns around. I think Juju does mediocre.
Okay.
I don't think Juju is going to be the star of the offense. I like Kendrick Bourne. But however, I don't see the Pats beating the Eagles in week 1, unfortunately. I think the Eagles are going to win this game 23 to 21. It's going to be a
I like to
heartbreaker.
change
I
my-
hate it, but that's what I'm going to do. Plus, I'm trying to get one up on this guy. All right, the Rams are traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks.
I think we got another overtime game.
Another overtime
Fourth
game.
overtime game of the week.
Wow.
But I think this is not going to be a good game. I think
I'm not terribly
I'm taking
excited
the
for this
Lambs. I'm taking the Lambs in
game.
overtime.
The Rams at Seattle at home, and you're going against them. All right.
I think the Lambs are going to
All
start
right.
off good, and I think they win 16-13.
Not me. I'm going Seahawks at home. They're too good at home. Seattle gets too loud when the Seahawks play there. The other teams can't perform so well. I'm going to go Seahawks 16, Rams 13. 8 p.m.
Sunday
Game I'm not
night.
super excited about.
A game versus the two teams I hate the most.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what team do I hate more?
That's a good question. I hate them both pretty much.
What
a
team
lot.
do you hate them more most?
Sunday night game, the poopy poops from Dallas, Texas, are taking on
Cowboys.
the other poopy poops from New York, the blue ones.
Yep.
In a primetime game.
It's gonna be ugly.
It might be ugly. It might not. Both of them have better offenses. They both have good. Well, Cowboys have a good D. I don't know. I pick the poopy poops to win this one.
Which is
I don't know.
alright.
I'm gonna go with the blue poopy poops just because they're at home.
They're both blue.
And it's gonna be ugly. No, there's silver, I'd say.
So the Giants
I'm going Giants 16-13
the
over
Giants
the Cowboys.
have lost to the Cowboys 6 games straight. And I think that's gonna continue. I think the Cowboys, they're the better team. Giants have a lot of question marks. Cowboys, they always start off good and then they lose. If the Giants do beat the Cowboys, I think that would be later in the season. But I think the Cowboys get this one and it's gonna be ugly. I think Cowboys 38 to the
Whoa.
Giants 13.
Wow. All right, Monday night. Maybe not the game of the week, but a premier matchup of the week.
I think game of the week.
Buffalo Bills. So two evening games in a row at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
You want to go to both of them?
I'd love
Let's
to.
make it. If this video
Buffalo
hits
Bills.
1,000 likes, then we are gonna go to both of the games.
Are we?
It's
Buffalo
jerseys.
Bills taking on Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
Jets.
I don't like the Jets, but I've always really liked Aaron Rodgers. So this is kind of a conundrum for me. Obviously, I like Josh Allen and the Bills a lot better, but I do like Aaron Rodgers. He's a pretty exciting quarterback to watch play. So who knows? What do you say? What do you got?
I think this is gonna be a good game.
I think it should be a
I think
decent
it's
game.
gonna come down right to the end.
Yeah.
But at the end, I think it's gonna be. I think Bills dominate most, but the Jets get it close, and at the end, it's gonna be the Jets winning it in OT.
Oh, another OT.
31
Wow.
to 28.
Wow. That would be something. I don't see Aaron Rodgers and the Jets putting up 31 against this Buffalo defense.
But
Nor do I see the Buffalo Bills putting up 28 against this New York Jets defense. I think that they're going to show up, but I don't think they're going to show up to that level. I think first week they got to get the jitters out. Aaron Rodgers has to get used to playing on the big stage in New York. I do think that they'll...
first week's upsets.
I do think they'll lose. I think the Bills are going to win this one. And I think it's not going to be pretty. I think the Bills are going to win this one 17-14 in regulation. All right, so there you have it. Week 1 in the books. Or at least our predictions are in the books.
Not done yet.
We're not done yet. All right.
Top fantasy player this week.
Top fantasy player this
I
week.
gotta go with my man, my starting QB, Josh Allen. And you know what? No, I'm not. Tua.
In a loss. Tua
and
Tua,
Allen,
it's a
both
good
of
call.
my QBs.
So you're picking 2 fantasy players of the week.
Yes.
And they're both quarterbacks.
Yep.
Not me, folks. I'm picking a wide receiver. Tyreek Hill. Who I have no shares of. I think he's going to
Is he
win
gonna
Fantasy
play?
Player of the Week. Yes, I'll pick 2 as well. Since that's the trendy thing to
Tua,
do.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson.
More against the Texans D. Okay.
All right.
So,
There you have
hope you enjoyed today's video.
Yes, we both do.
A link will be in the description below. I'm going to make a Pick'em League, whatever it's called. So please check that out. Basically, if you have ESPN Fantasy, you can pick each game, and then whoever has the most picks wins at the end of the season. They will get a shout out and award.
An award, okay.
So
Nice.
please,
Can't wait to see what that is. Yeah.
please do it.
All right, do it.
If it's us,
It's us.
then we'll keep the award for ourselves.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Woo!
So.
All right, there you have it. Thank you. Whoa, NFL.
Please like and subscribe and check out the Pick'em League. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.